All right, let me tell you about this wild story. It starts out like a perfect day, fishing with a friend, and somehow it ends with handcuffs, a high-speed chase, and a really unbelievable case of mistaken identity. It all happened one afternoon at a place called Rue du Castel. So picture this. Out of nowhere, the police are on you. An officer, someone who's trained in self-defense, has you slammed against a car, and you can feel the cold metal of handcuffs snapping onto your wrists. This is the exact moment our narrator, Alex, finds himself in. But here's the thing. There's a huge, huge problem with this picture. You see, Alex was the victim here. His car had just been broken into. He was the one chasing after the bad guy. So why in the world was he the one being treated like a criminal? It just doesn't add up. To understand how this could possibly happen, we've got to rewind. The whole story really starts just a few hours earlier. Before any sirens, before the chase, it was, by all accounts, just a beautiful, perfect day. I mean, the day had this really easy, chill vibe. They started with some fishing in the morning, then an afternoon barbecue with a couple of drinks, followed by a few games of pool. So around 3 p.m., when they decided to go grab a pizza, there was just no reason to think the day would be anything but totally normal and relaxed. And this is the tiny little decision that changed everything. When they got to the pizzeria, Alex parked his car under a bridge. It was dark, kind of tucked away, and, as it turned out, the absolute perfect spot for a crime to happen. So they're inside the pizzeria, just waiting for their food. Alex has no idea his day is about to take a seriously violent turn. The chaos was literally just seconds away. And then, bam, his phone goes off. It's his car alarm. He sprints outside and he sees it right away. The car's lights are flashing like crazy, and one of the windows is just gone, smashed to pieces. Someone had just robbed his car. And then he sees him, the thief. Alex describes him as chubby, maybe around 200 pounds or so, and the second they make eye contact, the guy just bolts. And just like that, the chase is on. What happens next is like a scene straight out of a movie. Alex takes off, sprinting about 25 meters, and he's closing the distance fast. The thief darts across the street to a waiting getaway car and literally dives headfirst into the passenger seat. Alex is right on him. He lunges. He actually grabs the guy's leg, but it's too late. The car just screeches off and is gone. So Alex is just left standing there, heart pounding, adrenaline coursing through him. And that's the exact moment the police, who were just across the street, roll up. The problem is they didn't see a victim chasing a criminal. From where they were standing, they saw something totally different. This is what Alex is screaming as the officer is putting him in cuffs. He's trying to explain. He's pointing back to his car with the shattered window. "Come and see," he's pleading. "They robbed me." But in that moment, nobody was listening. And this, right here, is the absolute core of what went wrong. The reality was simple. A victim was chasing the guy who just robbed him. But the perception, what the police saw, was a black man aggressively chasing a white man. You have two completely different stories happening in the exact same instant, and it all came down to perception. Later, after everything calmed down and the cops finally understood what happened, an officer actually admitted this to Alex. So you see, the arrest wasn't just some random mix-up. It was driven by a snap judgment, a bias based on race. The officer saw Alex, a black man, and automatically assumed he was the aggressor. So eventually, the police got it all sorted out. They ended up taking reports not just for Alex's car, but for a bunch of others that had been hit too. But the story doesn't quite end there. There's one last, really unexpected twist and a couple of powerful lessons to take away from all this. So when all the dust settled, just look at the final score here. It's kind of stunning. The actual thieves who broke into all those cars got away. 0 arrests. Alex, the victim, cleared, of course. But his friend, the guy who wasn't even in the chase, he's the one who ended up in jail for the weekend. So how on earth did that happen? Well, here's how. The police basically told Alex and his friend to just go home, that it was over. But Alex's friend was just furious. He started yelling at the officers. He wouldn't calm down. He was, in Alex's own words, completely uncontrollable. So while Alex was trying to de-escalate the whole thing, his friend was doing the exact opposite, and it got him arrested.
So, at the end of this insane day, Alex walks away with two crystal clear lessons. First, appearances can be so dangerously deceiving. A situation can get completely twisted in a split second based on what someone thinks they see. And second, having uncontrollable people around you can turn a bad situation into an absolute catastrophe.
And in the end, a story like this really forces us to look in the mirror. We all make snap judgments every single day based on what we see. But it makes you wonder, doesn't it? How often are we, without even realizing it, writing a completely wrong story in our own heads?